We followed her into the living room. I felt relieved to escape from the portrait of Rosie. But this didn't last long because I found the real thing sitting in the middle of a white leather sofa opposite a massive TV. But then something really weird happened. "OMG!" cried Rosie, leaping to her feet. "How fab-alicious to see you, Mrs. Garstang. Hashtag welcome to Taylor Towers." She skipped over to Mum with a big smile on her face and gave her a hug. A hug! I was so shocked I nearly fell over. Rosie Taylor was being nice. This had literally never happened before. I'd have been less surprised if she turned into a frog and farted, "We wish you Merry Christmas" through a flute. "Please sit down," said Rosie. There are a few things that Lee and Kat might want to change about their wedding." I frowned. They might want to change? It sounded a bit fishy to me. She pulled out a wireless keyboard and tapped away on it. A symbol of a ringing telephone appeared on the TV. After a few rings, my cousin Lee and his fiancée Kat appeared on screen. They were holding hands on a sofa. "Hi everyone." We all said hi back. "Uncle Tony," said Kat to Rosie's dad, "we can't believe you've offered to pay for our whole wedding." "So kind," said Lee. "You really shouldn't have." Mum, Dad and I turned to Rosie's dad, mouths open. "Oh, don't worry," he said. "Bit of loose change." Loose change? I only know two things about weddings. One, they're totally awful. And two, they're totally expensive. Why had Rosie's dad offered to pay? "Okay, business time," said Rosie. "We're all still furious that you didn't invite us to the wedding straight away." Rosie's mum smiled at us. "Isn't it wonderful that she's so confident?" Confident? I would have said rude. On screen, Lee tried to smile. Sorry, numbers were tight. You're coming now, though. We found space." "Found space? For me?" snapped Rosie. "I'm #Rosie Taylor, not an old sofa. Anyway, you'll be pleased to know we've decided not to take revenge." Revenge, I thought. Wow. Thanks, said Kat. Rosie gave her sweetest smile, which made her look like an evil doll that had just come to life and was about to kill someone. "Instead, we're going to ask you to make a few teeny-weeny changes to your plans." Kat looked confused. "What do you mean?" And then it all made sense. Rosie's dad was going to pay for the wedding so that Rosie could control it. Rosie flicked her hair back. "If you own a gorgeous car, you don't keep it in the garage, do you? If you've got a gorgeous guest at the wedding, you don't tuck her away in the back row. I'll obviously be chief bridesmaid." "Well, I've already got," began Kat, but Rosie talked over her. "And I'll be in charge of carrying the wedding rings and meeting the guests when they arrive. And you'll probably want me to sing when you're walking down the aisle. I've been told I've got a voice like a songbird." I shouldn't have laughed here, but I couldn't help myself. A songbird? When Rosie sings, she sounds more like an ostrich being kicked to death. Rosie pretended she hadn't heard me, though. "Have you got a priest to do the ceremony?" "Well, there's a lady coming from the registry office," said Lee, looking shell-shocked. Rosie sniffed. "Well, it's too late for me to train to do that, I suppose. I'll let you keep her." "Well, that's kind of you," said Kat. "And I hear you've gone for white flowers," said Rosie, ignoring the sarcasm. "Ditch them. They make me look ill. You'll need pink ones to highlight my natural glow." I suppose Rosie does have a natural glow about her. She's like a Halloween lantern. "And you need to tell the photographer that he is strictly forbidden from taking photos from my right, because that's my least beautiful side." Lee cleared his throat. It is a bit late for all these changes." "Well, you better work fast then," replied Rosie. "I expect a daily email to tell me what you've done." "But," Rosie took a deep breath, "ever since I sneezed on that princess, I've been all over the internet. The whole world has either been laughing at me or calling me names. So I need to come out fighting. I need to show everyone that Rosie Taylor is on her way back. And your wedding is the perfect chance for me to do this." My first public appearance since the princess incident. Oh, and I'll be bringing a guest. But we told you, whined Lee. Numbers are tight. Then uninvite someone, Rosie said, as though this was completely obvious. There must be someone old or rubbish or smelly on the guest list. Defriend them, liquidize them. For all I care, you can cover them in peanut butter and feed them to a man-eating squirrel. I need to have someone who can film me do it for my new internet channel. Internet channel, I asked. Rosie barely looked at me. Rosie.tv? I launched it last week. It brings all my social media together in one place. Now my fans only have to go to one website to watch me. What a great idea, said Mum. A Rosie-based TV channel was the worst idea since lemon curd donuts. Who on earth would want to watch Rosie on the internet? Well, apart from idiots, of course. Thanks, Mrs. Garstang. I've already got 70,000 subscribers, simpered Rosie, before turning angrily back to the screen. The whole point of you two getting married is to give people the chance to see me. I thought the point of us getting married was that we love each other, said Kat, who sounded close to tears now. Rosie rolled her eyes. Whatever. Just remember who's paying. Lee sighed. We'll see what we can do. No, you'll do it. Rosie hung up before he could reply. Well, that went fantastically well, she said, wriggling about excitedly. Now, I must go on plan. Plus, I've got to film myself brushing my hair before bed. Otherwise, the internet will literally shut down. Toodles! And with that, she skipped out of the room and up the stairs. Rosie's amazing, said Mum. She knows what she wants and she just goes and gets it. My jaw nearly fell off. Amazing? Had Mum gone mental? Rosie's dad grinned. That's my girl. Taught her everything she knows. Big lesson for you there, Wogan. Roman, I said flatly. Whatever, he replied. You got to take charge, otherwise people will tell you what to do. But isn't it Lee and Kat's wedding, I said. Rosie's dad burst out laughing. It was their wedding.